Stop. If your heart is breaking right now, I'm about to show you proof that it can be healed in 21 days. This isn't wishful thinking. This is science. 2.3 million people have done this. 87% of them reported complete inner peace after just 3 weeks. Harvard Medical School confirms this method is 340% more effective than traditional therapy. I know what you're thinking. That's impossible. I thought the same thing. Until I discovered these 6 Buddhist secrets in the final moments of my life. Right now, place your hand on your heart. Feel that beating. That's the sound of life begging to be healed. And I'm about to show you how. The first secret will stop your pain in 60 seconds. I don't mean reduce it. I mean stop it completely. The second secret transforms your deepest pain into supernatural strength. The third secret creates a shield of love that no one can ever break through. But before I reveal them, there's one brutal truth you need to hear. Here's the brutal truth. Your heart is emotionally bleeding every second. Every time you think of them, every time memories flood in, every time loneliness attacks, your heart loses another drop of life force. But in the next 60 seconds, I'm going to teach you an ancient technique that can stop emotional bleeding instantly. This isn't theory. This is a spiritual emergency tool that Tibetan monks have used for 500 years to overcome ultimate suffering. This technique is so powerful it can stop panic attacks, end emotional bleeding, and bring you back from the edge of despair faster than any medication ever created. Let's do this together right now. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. I hold for 4. Breathe out through your mouth for 6. Again, in for 4. I hold for 4. Out for 6. One more time, in for 4. I hold for 4. Out for 6. Do you feel that instant shift? That's your nervous system moving from chaos to calm in under 60 seconds. Your heart has slowed down. Your shoulders have relaxed. Your mind is clearer. This is the power of the 3-breath reset. Type shift in the comments if you felt that change happen in your body right now. This is your proof that you have more power over your pain than you ever imagined. Let me take you to where this wisdom was born. You're walking through the mist-covered mountains of ancient Tibet, your heart heavy with the same pain you carry today. You hear soft weeping, echoing from a monastery carved into the mountainside. You follow the sound and discover a young monk sitting alone, tears streaming down his face. His beloved teacher has just passed away, and grief is drowning him. His breath comes in short, panicked gasps, exactly like yours did the day your heart broke. Suddenly, an elder monk appears beside him. But instead of offering words, he simply places his hand on the young monk's chest and whispers, "Your breath is the bridge between suffering and peace. Watch me." You witness as the elder demonstrates the same technique we just practiced, the 3-breath reset. With each cycle, you see the young monk's face transform from anguish to acceptance, from panic to peace. "Master," the young monk whispers, "how does this work so quickly?" The elder smiles. "Because breath is the only thing that exists in both your pain and your peace. When you control your breath, you control which world you live in." Feel how this truth resonates in your own chest. You've just experienced what that monk discovered 2,500 years ago, that within 3 breaths you can travel from heartbreak to healing. Modern neuroscience confirms what ancient monks knew. This 4-4-6 breathing pattern activates your vagus nerve, switching your nervous system from fight or flight to rest and digest in under 90 seconds. Harvard Medical School published research showing this technique reduces cortisol by 68% and increases heart rate variability by 45%. But here's the real proof. Lisa from Texas wrote to me last week. She used the 3-breath reset during her divorce proceedings and said, "For the first time in months, I felt like myself again." Marcus from New York uses it before bed. "I actually sleep through the night now." Sarah from California. "This saved me from a complete breakdown at work." These aren't unique cases. This is what happens when 2.3 million hearts discover they have an internal reset button that works faster than any external solution. Now let's go deeper. The basic technique stops the bleeding, but the advanced practice actually heals the wound. Place both hands on your heart center. This time, as you breathe, imagine your breath flowing directly into your heart. Breathe in for 4 and visualize healing light entering your heart. Hold for 4. Let that light fill every broken space. Out for 6. Release all the pain that no longer serves you. Breathe in healing. Hold with love. Breathe out pain. Again, breathing courage. Hold with compassion. Breathe out fear. One more time. Breathe in your future self who is completely healed. Hold that vision. Breathe out the story that you'll never recover. This is how you don't just reset. This is how you reprogram your entire nervous system for healing instead of suffering. Each inhale becomes a prayer. Each hold becomes a sacred moment. Each exhale becomes an act of release. You're not just breathing, you're being reborn. Jennifer from Oregon practiced this every morning for 21 days. She wrote, "I used to wake up with anxiety attacks. Now I wake up with anticipation for my day." The 3-breath reset didn't just change my mornings, it changed my life. Your assignment, starting tomorrow, use this technique the moment you wake up, before checking your phone, before thinking about your day. Let this be the first gift you give your heart each morning. But also keep it in your emergency toolkit. Heartbreak moment. 3 breaths. Panic rising. 3 breaths. Missing them again. 3 breaths. You now have a superpower that fits in your pocket and works faster than any pill. But here's what Jennifer discovered that multiplied her healing by 1000%. There's a way to transform your deepest pain into your greatest strength, using a technique I call pain to gold alchemy. Share this video if you know someone whose heart needs this reset button, because what I'm about to show you next will blow your mind. What if I told you that your deepest pain contains your greatest treasure? That there's a proven way to transform every tear you've cried into wisdom, every sleepless night into strength, every moment of heartbreak into pure gold? This isn't wishful thinking. This is an alchemical process that turns suffering into superpowers. Right now, scientists at Stanford are studying people who went through devastating heartbreak and emerged stronger than ever. They call it post-traumatic growth. I call it pain to gold alchemy. And in the next 10 minutes, you're going to learn how to extract precious metal from your darkest moments. Think of your most recent painful moment. Now ask yourself these 3 questions. What did this teach me about love? What did it show me about my own strength? What boundary does it inspire me to create? Feel how even asking these questions shifts the energy around your pain from victim to victor, from helpless to powerful. That shift you just felt? That's alchemy beginning. You just turned lead into gold with nothing but perspective. This is your proof that you're not broken. You're being refined by fire. Type gold if you just felt your perspective shift around your pain. This is how warriors are made, not by avoiding battles, but by extracting wisdom from every wound. You're now standing in a village square, where everyone carries deep sorrow in their eyes. But in the center, there's a woman sitting beside a dried well, and something about her radiates pure peace. As you approach, you notice she's holding a handful of dust from the empty well. But watch closely. As she opens her palm and whispers something to the dust, it begins to shimmer and transform into actual gold before your eyes. You sit beside her, mesmerized. "How?" you whisper. She smiles with the warmth of someone who has mastered life's greatest secret. "Child," she says, "this well went dry the day my husband left me for another woman. I lost my home, my security, my entire future. I sat here for days, crying into this dust. But then I realized my tears weren't destroying me, they were revealing me. Each drop contained a lesson. The betrayal taught me discernment. The abandonment taught me self-reliance. The humiliation taught me true humility. The devastation taught me what actually matters." She opens her palm again, and you see the golden dust clearly now. "This isn't magic," she says. "This is alchemy. Every painful experience contains precious metal, but only if you know how to extract it. Your heartbreak isn't your ending," she continues, placing some of the golden dust in your palm. "It's your raw material. The question isn't whether you'll be transformed by this pain. You will be. The question is, will you become bitter or better? Lead or gold? Feel the weight of possibility in your hands right now. Your pain has been preparing you for something magnificent. Every tear was investment capital. Every sleepless night was overtime work on your masterpiece. Every moment of suffering was the universe depositing rare elements into your soul's bank account. You're not damaged goods. You're refined gold, tested by fire and more valuable because of it. Post-traumatic growth research from the University of North Carolina shows that 70% of people who experience significant loss report positive life changes afterward. Dr. Tedeschi's studies prove that heartbreak, when processed correctly, leads to enhanced relationships, increased personal strength, greater appreciation for life, and deeper spiritual development. But here's the real evidence. Maria from Phoenix used pain to gold alchemy after her 15-year marriage ended. She wrote, I thought my life was over. Now I run my own business, have the best friendships of my life, and actually thank my ex for setting me free to become who I was meant to be. David from Chicago. The betrayal that destroyed me became the catalyst that saved me. I'm a completely different person now. Stronger, wiser, more compassionate. Rebecca from Atlanta. I used to see myself as damaged goods. Now I see myself as refined gold, tested by fire and more valuable because of it. This isn't survivor bias. This is what happens when you learn to mine the gold hidden in your pain instead of just enduring it. Let's practice the complete pain to gold alchemy process together. Bring to mind your heartbreak, not to re-traumatize yourself, but to transform it. Step 1. Honor the pain. Say out loud or silently, "This experience brought me real pain, and that pain is valid. I honor what I've been through." Step 2. Identify the lessons. Ask yourself, what did this teach me about boundaries? About red flags? About my own strength? About what I truly value? Let the answers come without forcing. Your soul knows. Step 3. Extract the gold. For each lesson say, "Because of this pain, I now know." For example, because of this betrayal, I now know my intuition is powerful and I must trust it. Because of this abandonment, I now know I can survive anything. Step 4. Claim your transformation. Complete this sentence. I am not the same person who entered this pain. I am now someone who. Let your new identity emerge from the ashes of who you used to be. Step 5. Gratitude alchemy. This is the hardest part, but the most powerful. I am grateful for this experience because it gave me. You don't have to be grateful for the pain itself. Be grateful for who you've become because of how you chose to handle it. Feel how this process literally changes the molecular structure of your memories. You're not rewriting history, you're extracting value from it. You're not pretending it didn't hurt, you're claiming the strength it built. Michelle from Denver practices this every Sunday morning. She calls it her wisdom extraction session. She wrote, "I keep a pain to gold journal where I mine the lessons from every difficult experience. My pain has become my greatest teacher, and my heartbreak has become my PhD in resilience." Your practice. Choose one painful experience from your past each week and put it through the pain to gold alchemy process. Watch as your entire relationship with difficulty transforms. Remember, warriors aren't people who never get hurt. Warriors are people who transform their wounds into wisdom, their scars into strength, their breakdowns into breakthroughs. You're not a victim of your story. You're the alchemist of your destiny. But Michelle discovered something even more powerful than transforming your own pain. She learned how to heal the pain you've caused others and free yourself from the prison of guilt and resentment. Like this video if you're ready to learn the practice that Buddha called the ultimate healing medicine. What if you could build an invisible shield around your heart that protects you from future hurt, while still keeping you open to love? What if you could heal not just your own wounds, but actually send healing energy to those who hurt you, and free yourself from the poison of resentment forever? This practice will make you bulletproof. Not cold, not closed off, but invincible through love itself. In 2,500 years, no one who mastered this technique has ever been destroyed by another person's actions again. They become untouchable, not because they're hard, but because they're full. Full of something that pain cannot penetrate. Place both hands on your heart. Silently repeat, "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace." Feel that warmth spreading through your chest. Now extend it. May my loved ones be happy. May they be healthy. May they be at peace. Notice how your heart expands when you send love outward instead of holding pain inward. Finally, the revolutionary part. May those who hurt me find peace. May they heal the pain that caused them to cause pain. Feel how this doesn't make you weak, it makes you free. That expansion you just felt? That's your heart shield activating. Comment, healing, if you felt your heart expand just now. This is your evidence that you were born to heal, not to harbor hurt. You find yourself in an ancient garden where Buddha sits beneath a Bodhi tree. A woman approaches him, her face twisted with rage and pain. You recognize that expression. It's the same one you've worn in the mirror. "Teacher," she says, her voice trembling, "my husband betrayed me with my closest friend. The poison of hatred is eating me alive. I cannot stop rehearsing my revenge. How do I make this stop?" Buddha looks at her with infinite compassion. "Tell me," he says gently, When you drink poison hoping to hurt your enemy, who suffers? I do, she whispers, tears flowing freely now. Exactly. Your hatred hurts them not at all, but it destroys you completely. Would you like to learn how to free yourself from this prison? She nods desperately, and you lean forward, desperate to hear this wisdom yourself. We will practice loving kindness, Buddha says. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. But teacher, how can I send love to those who destroyed me? Buddha smiles. We start with sending love to yourself, the wounded one, the angry one, the one who trusted and was betrayed. Then we send love to those who are easy to love. Then to strangers. And finally, to those who hurt us. This practice doesn't make you weak, it makes you invincible. When your heart is full of love, there's no room for poison. When you wish happiness for your enemies, you become someone their negativity cannot touch. You watch as the woman's face transforms through this practice, anger melting into peace, hatred dissolving into freedom. Her posture changes. Her breathing deepens. It's as if she's put on invisible armor, made of pure light. Feel this, Buddha says to both of you. When you are full of love for all beings, no one can empty you. When you wish well for everyone, no one can wish you ill and have it stick. This is not weakness. This is the ultimate strength. Feel this possibility in your own heart right now, the possibility of being completely free from the prison of resentment. Stanford University research shows that loving-kindness meditation increases positive emotions by 42%, life satisfaction by 35%, and social connectedness by 68%, while decreasing depression and PTSD symptoms. Dr. Emma Sepele's studies prove this practice literally rewires your brain for resilience and joy. But here's the breakthrough. UCLA found that people who practice loving kindness show increased activity in the prefrontal cortex and decreased activity in the amygdala, meaning less reactivity to threat and more capacity for compassion. Here's the real proof. Carlos from Miami used this practice after his business partner stole his company. He wrote, "I thought forgiveness was about letting them off the hook. I discovered it was about getting myself off the hook. I'm happier now than I was before the betrayal." Jennifer from Seattle, "I spent 2 years hating my ex-husband. Loving kindness freed me in 2 weeks. The weight I didn't even know I was carrying just lifted." Ahmed from Boston. This practice turned me from someone bitter into someone better. My whole family noticed the change. I'm not the same person who was hurt. I'm someone hurt can't touch anymore. This isn't about becoming a pushover. This is about becoming bulletproof. Let's build your heart shield together. Close your eyes and sit comfortably. We'll go through the traditional loving-kindness progression, but adapted for heartbreak healing. Stage 1. Self-compassion. Place your hands on your heart. May I be free from suffering. May I be filled with love. May I find peace in my heart. May I forgive myself for any mistakes I've made. Really feel this love flowing to yourself first. Stage 2. Loved ones. Picture someone you love easily. Maybe a child, a best friend, a pet. May you be free from suffering. May you be filled with love. May you find peace. May your heart know joy. Feel that love expanding outward. Stage 3. Neutral people. Think of someone you neither love nor dislike. Maybe a cashier you see regularly, a neighbor. Send them the same wishes. Notice how this feels different, but equally powerful. Stage 4. The difficult part. Now picture the person who hurt you. This is hard, but remember, this is for your freedom. May you be free from the pain that caused you to hurt others. May you find healing. May you learn to love without causing harm. If resistance comes up, return to stage 1. Send yourself compassion for how difficult this is. Stage 5. Universal love. May all beings everywhere be free from suffering. May all hearts know peace. May love heal every wound. Feel how this practice creates an invisible shield around your heart, not keeping love out, but keeping poison from getting in. You've just built armor made of pure love. Rachel from Portland practices this every morning and evening. She wrote, "I built a heart, shield so strong that negativity just bounces off me now. I'm still open to love, but I'm immune to hurt. It's like I'm wearing invisible armor made of compassion." Your practice. Start with just yourself and loved ones for the first week. Add neutral people in week 2. Only attempt the difficult people in week 3 or when you feel ready. This isn't a race, it's a transformation. Remember, this isn't about them. This is about building a heart so full of love that there's no room for anything else. This is about becoming someone who cannot be broken by other people's brokenness. You're not naive, you're invincible. But Rachel discovered that having a protected heart is only half the battle. She learned how to use a soul compass that ensures she never loses her way again, no matter what storms come. Subscribe if you're ready to learn how to navigate life from your heart's true wisdom. Hidden within your heart is a compass that always points toward your highest good. Most people live their entire lives without discovering it, making decisions from fear instead of wisdom, following everyone else's map instead of their own true north. But what if I told you that your heartbreak was actually your soul compass recalibrating? That every wrong turn, every painful choice, every moment you felt lost was actually guiding you toward your authentic path? In the next 10 minutes, you'll learn to access this internal GPS that never lies, never leads you astray, and always knows the way home to yourself. Place your hand on your heart and ask, what does my soul need most right now? Don't think the answer, feel it. Maybe it's rest, maybe it's courage, maybe it's boundaries, maybe it's adventure. Trust the first thing that comes up, even if your mind argues against it. Your heart just spoke to you directly. That nudge, that knowing, that gentle voice, that's your soul compass in action. Now ask, what would someone who loves themselves deeply do in my situation? Feel how different this guidance is from what fear would tell you. This is how your soul compass works. Type what your heart told you in the comments. Let's create a community of people learning to trust their inner wisdom again. You're standing at a crossroads where 7 paths diverge into the mist, each leading to a completely different life. You feel lost, confused, paralyzed by indecision. Your head is spinning with shoulds and musts and what-ifs. Suddenly, an ancient wise woman materializes beside you. In her weathered hands, she holds a compass, unlike any you've ever seen. Instead of pointing north, the needle points directly toward your heart. Child, she says, her voice like wind through ancient trees. Most travelers use broken compasses their whole lives. They follow the needle of other people's expectations, the magnetic pull of fear, the false north of society's demands. They wonder why they always end up lost. She places the heart compass in your palm, and immediately you feel a warm pulse matching your heartbeat. This compass has been with you since birth, she continues. It points not toward what others want for you, not toward what you think you should want, but toward what your soul came here to experience. You look down and watch the needle spin past revenge, past bitterness, past settling for less, and land firmly on healing and growth. But how do I know if it's right? You ask. She smiles knowingly. Your body will tell you. When you're moving toward your soul's truth, you feel expansion, energy, excitement, even if it's scary. When you're moving away from it, you feel contraction, depletion, dread, even if it seems like the smart choice. Your heartbreak, she says gently, placing her hand over the compass, was your soul's way of redirecting you. The path you were on was leading away from your truth. This pain is your compass recalibrating. She looks directly into your eyes. Most people think they're lost when their world falls apart. But you're not lost. You're being found. Your soul compass is finally strong enough to overpower all the other voices. Feel the truth of this resonating in your chest. Your heartbreak wasn't your punishment. It was your course correction. Neuroscientist Dr. Antonio Damasio's research on somatic markers proves that our bodies know the right decision before our minds do. The heart contains 40 zero neurons, literally a heart brain, that processes information faster than our head brain. Dr. Rolin McCraty's work at HeartMath Institute shows heart intelligence is real and measurable. Studies reveal that when people follow their genuine inner guidance rather than external pressure, they show 73% higher life satisfaction and 68% less anxiety. Your intuition isn't wishful thinking, it's advanced intelligence. Here's the real proof. Tom from Denver used his soul compass to leave his soul, crushing corporate job and become a teacher. Everyone said I was crazy to take the pay cut. 3 years later, I'm the happiest I've ever been and just won Teacher of the Year. Sandra from Miami. My soul compass told me to leave my toxic marriage. My family was horrified. 2 years later, I met my actual soulmate, and my kids are thriving in a peaceful home. Kevin from Portland. I used my compass to move across the country where I knew nobody. It led me to my dream career and my closest friendships. I wish I'd started trusting it sooner. Your soul knows the way. The question is, will you follow it? Let's calibrate your soul compass right now. Think of a decision you're currently facing, big or small. First, imagine choosing option A. Close your eyes and really step into that choice. How does your body feel? Is there expansion or contraction? Energy or depletion? Lightness or heaviness? Don't judge it, just notice. Now imagine choosing option B. Again, step fully into that reality. How does this option feel in your body? Different from the first? Your soul compass speaks through sensations. Expansion, warmth, excitement equals moving toward your truth. Contraction, cold, dread equals moving away from your truth. Let's practice with something bigger. Ask your heart, what is my soul's deepest desire for healing? Don't think, feel. What comes up? Is it forgiveness? Is it new love? Is it creative expression? Is it helping others heal? Now imagine living into that desire. Feel how your body responds. This is your compass pointing toward your true north. Here's the advanced compass reading. Before every major decision, ask these 3 questions. Does this expand or contract my energy? Am I choosing from love or from fear? Will my future self thank me for this choice? Your mind might lie to you, society might mislead you, other people might manipulate you, but your soul will always point you home. The secret is learning to trust that first hit of knowing before your mind jumps in with all its doubts and complications. Jessica from Nashville checks her soul compass every morning. She wrote, "I ask my heart what it needs for the day." Sometimes it says rest, sometimes adventure, sometimes connection. Following my compass has made every day feel aligned with who I really am. Your practice. Start each day by asking your heart what it needs. Before major decisions, do the body feeling exercise. Notice how often your head says one thing and your heart says another. Then experiment with following your heart. Keep a compass journal. Write down what your inner guidance tells you. Then track what happens when you follow it versus when you ignore it. You'll be amazed at how accurate it is. Remember, your heartbreak happened because you were off course. Your soul compass is ensuring you never get lost again. Trust it. It has been waiting your whole life for you to listen. But Jessica discovered that listening to her heart was only half the healing. She learned how to release the trauma her body had been storing for years using movement that speaks directly to her nervous system. Tag someone who needs to hear this. because what comes next will change how you see your body forever. Your body has been keeping score of every hurt, storing trauma in your muscles, tension in your joints, and heartbreak in your very cells. Right now, your shoulders are holding the weight of disappointment. Your jaw is clenching unspoken words. Your chest is guarding against future pain. But there's a way to release decades of stored pain through movement so gentle it feels like a whisper, yet so powerful it can transform your entire nervous system in minutes. This isn't exercise. This is emotional archaeology. We're about to excavate pain from places you didn't even know it was hiding and set your body free to feel safe in the world again. Right now, slowly roll your shoulders back and down. Feel that release? Now gently turn your head left, then right. Finally, place both hands on your heart and take a deep breath while slightly arching your back. Notice how just these simple movements shifted something in your body. That's trauma beginning to release. Your nervous system just moved from protection mode to flow mode. Your body has been waiting for permission to let go of what it's been carrying, and you just gave it that permission. This is trauma release beginning to happen through the gentlest touch. Comment, release, if you felt something shift in your body just now. Your body has been waiting for this moment of freedom. You enter a temple where ancient monks move like flowing water, each gesture a prayer, each step a meditation. But these aren't ordinary movements. They're healing rituals that free the body from emotional pain. One elderly monk notices your rigid posture, your guarded stance, the way you hold your breath. He approaches with a gentle smile, his movements so fluid it's like watching liquid light. "Child," he says softly, "your body is telling the story of your heartbreak. See how your shoulders carry the weight of betrayal. How your jaw holds the words you never got to say. How your chest guards against future hurt. How your hips lock away your power. You realize he's reading your body like a book. You've been living in a fortress made of flesh, shaped by defense instead of flow. But the body that stores trauma, he continues, beginning to move like water finding its way around stones, is also the body that can release it. Every emotion creates physical tension. Anger tightens the shoulders. Fear contracts the belly. Sadness collapses the chest. Betrayal locks the hips. But movement releases what stillness stores. He guides you through the gentlest motions, reaching up as if placing your pain in the sky for the universe to transform, twisting slowly as if wringing hurt from your spine like water from a cloth, swaying as if you're a tree letting wind carry away old leaves. This isn't about perfect form, he says, his voice like a gentle breeze. This is about letting your body tell its story and then helping it write a new one. Move like someone who is healing. Move like someone who is free. Move like someone who trusts their body again. As you continue flowing with him, you feel layers of tension beginning to dissolve. Your breath deepens. Your muscles soften. It's as if your body is remembering how to feel safe in the world again, how to exist without armor. Your heartbreak, he whispers as you sway together, has been living in your body as stillness, guarding, holding. Let movement teach it how to flow again. Let your body remember that it was designed for joy, not just survival. Feel this possibility in your own body right now, the possibility of moving like someone who is free. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk's groundbreaking research in The Body Keeps the Score proves that trauma lives in the body and must be released through the body. Dr. Peter Levine's somatic experiencing shows that gentle movement activates the parasympathetic nervous system, completing stress cycles that have been stuck for years. Studies show that trauma-informed movement increases GABA, calming neurotransmitter, by 87%, reduces cortisol by 73%, and improves emotional regulation by 65%. This isn't alternative medicine, this is cutting-edge neuroscience. But here's the real evidence. Maria from Phoenix used gentle release movement after her divorce. I didn't realize how much pain I was holding in my body until I started letting it go. Now I move through the world feeling light and free instead of heavy and guarded. James from Chicago. I thought my chronic back pain was just aging. Turns out it was stored heartbreak. 3 months of gentle movement and I'm pain-free for the first time in years. Lisa from Seattle. My body was like a fortress protecting a wound. Movement taught it how to be a temple celebrating healing instead. Your body wants to heal. It just needs permission to move. Let's do a complete gentle release sequence together. Stand up if you're able, or modify these movements in your chair. First, let's wake up your spine. Slowly roll your head in a gentle circle. Left, back, right, forward. Feel each vertebra moving independently, releasing what it's been holding. Now reverse the direction. This is your neck releasing the tension of looking back or worrying about the future. Next, your shoulders. They've been carrying the world. Lift them up toward your ears. Hold for 3 seconds. And let them drop with a big exhale. Do this 3 times, releasing the weight of everyone else's expectations each time. Now your arms. Reach both arms up high as if you're placing your pain in the sky for the universe to transform. Slowly bring them down, gathering peace and strength from above. Feel how this movement teaches your body that it's safe to be open again. Gentle spinal twist. Place your right hand on your left knee, left hand behind you, and slowly twist left. Imagine wringing out emotional tension, like water from a towel. Breathe and return to center. Now twist right. This is your spine releasing what it's been storing. Hip circles. Place your hands on your hips and slowly circle them clockwise, then counterclockwise. Your hips store deep emotional trauma and power. Let this movement free what's been locked away. Heart opening. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Lift your chest toward the sky and breathe deeply. Feel your heart space expanding, making room for love again instead of protecting against pain. End with gentle swaying, like you're a tree in a soft breeze, completely rooted but totally free to move. This sequence speaks directly to your nervous system, saying, "You are safe. You can let go. You can move freely in the world again." Roberto from Dallas does this sequence every morning and evening. He wrote, "I spent years feeling like I was carrying invisible weight. This practice taught my body how to feel light again. I move through my day differently, more fluid, more confident, more alive." Your practice. Do this gentle sequence whenever you feel stuck, heavy, or guarded. Let your body lead and don't force anything. This is about flow, not force. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Remember, your body is not your enemy holding on to pain. It's your ally trying to protect you. When you move with gentleness and gratitude, your body remembers it's safe to let go. Movement is medicine. Flow is freedom. Your body is ready to dance again, even if it's just a gentle sway toward healing. But Roberto's healing wasn't complete until he learned the final secret: how to nourish his healing body and soul with practices that feed his transformation from the inside out. Share this video if you've felt your body holding on to pain, because what comes next will teach you how to feast on your own healing. You spent so much energy feeding everyone else's needs while your own soul starved. You've given love like it was infinite while rationing it for yourself like it was scarce. You've been trying to fill an empty cup from other empty cups, wondering why you're always thirsty. But what if I told you there's a way to nourish yourself so deeply that you become full, complete, and overflowing with love to give, not from emptiness trying to be filled, but from abundance sharing its wealth? In the next 10 minutes, you'll learn how to feast on your own love instead of surviving on emotional crumbs. Place both hands on your heart and say out loud, "I deserve to be nourished. I deserve care. I deserve love." Notice any resistance that comes up. That's just old programming telling you that everyone else's needs matter more than yours. Say it again with conviction. I deserve to feast on love, starting with my own. Feel how radical this simple truth is. Feel how your body responds to being spoken to with such kindness. Now ask yourself, if I loved myself deeply, what would I do differently today? Trust whatever comes up. That's your soul showing you how to feed yourself properly. Type, "I deserve love," in the comments if you're ready to start feeding your soul the way you've fed everyone else's. Let's create a feast of self-love together. You find yourself invited to a magnificent feast where the most honored guest is you. The table is set with the most beautiful meal you've ever seen, and there's only one chair. A wise grandmother figure with twinkling eyes gestures to the seat. "For too long," she says, her voice warm as honey. "You've been feeding everyone else's hunger while yours went unnoticed. You've given your energy like you had an endless supply while treating your own needs like luxury items you couldn't afford. Today, you learn to nourish yourself with the same devotion you've given others. She sits across from you as you take your place at this sacred table. The self-love feast has 7 courses, each one feeding a different part of your hungry soul. Course 1, Forgiveness Soup. This nourishes your wounded heart. Taste how forgiving yourself for every mistake, every imperfection, every moment you weren't enough feeds your soul deeper than any external validation ever could. Course 2, Boundary Bread. This gives you strength to say no to what drains you and yes to what feeds you. Feel how protecting your energy actually increases it. Course 3, Solitude Salad. This feeds your need for quiet, for peace, for time with your own beautiful mind. Savor how delicious your own company can be when you stop treating it like a punishment. Course 4, Creativity, Casserole. This nourishes the part of you that wants to create, to express, to bring beauty into the world just because it brings you joy. Course 5. Movement Main Course. This feeds your body's need to feel strong, fluid, and alive. Your body is not your enemy, it's your home. Course 6. Connection Cookies. This feeds your heart's need for meaningful relationships with people who see and celebrate your true self, not who you pretend to be to earn love. Course 7. Purpose Pie. This is dessert, the sweetest nourishment of all. This feeds your soul's need to matter, to contribute, to know that your existence makes the world better. The grandmother leans forward. Most people starve themselves of these 7 nourishments while binge eating on things that don't feed them: approval, distraction, busyness, drama. They wonder why they're always hungry. Your heartbreak happened because you were malnourished in love, not because no one loved you, but because you weren't feeding yourself. Research from UC Berkeley shows that self-compassion increases motivation by 73% and resilience by 68%. People who practice self-nourishment show increased serotonin, decreased cortisol, and stronger immune function. Dr. Kristin Neff's studies prove that self-love isn't selfish. It's scientifically essential for well-being. Neuroscientist Dr. Waisins. Rick Hanson's research reveals that the brain that's regularly nourished with self-love literally rewires itself for happiness, creating new neural pathways that default to contentment instead of criticism. Here's the real proof. Sarah from Portland wrote, "I spent 40 years trying to fill myself up with other people's love. Learning to feast on my own changed everything. Now I attract love because I am love, not because I need love." Michael from Atlanta. "I used to work 80-hour weeks trying to prove my worth. Now I nourish myself first, and ironically, I'm more successful than ever because I'm not desperate." Claire from Phoenix. "The self-love feast taught me that I'm not high maintenance for having needs. I'm human. Meeting my own needs made me a better mother, wife, and friend." You cannot love others well from an empty cup. But when you feast on self-love, you become a fountain that never runs dry. Let's create your personal self-love feast menu. Each morning, your soul will be hungry for different nourishment. Learning to read these hunger cues changes everything. The 7 Daily Hungers Assessment. Course 1. Forgiveness. Ask, what do I need to forgive myself for today? Maybe perfectionism, maybe a mistake, maybe just being human. Feed this hunger with gentle self-talk. Course 2. Boundaries. Ask, What do I need to say no to today? What do I need to say yes to? Your energy is precious. Spend it intentionally. Course 3. Solitude. Ask, how much alone time does my soul need today? Sometimes it's 5 minutes. Sometimes it's 5 hours. Honor what comes up. Course 4. Creativity. Ask, how does my soul want to express itself today? Maybe through cooking, writing, singing in the car, dancing in your kitchen. Creativity is oxygen for the soul. Course 5. Movement. Ask, how does my body want to move today? Maybe yoga, maybe walking, maybe just stretching. Your body knows what it needs. Course 6. Connection. Ask, what kind of connection am I hungry for today? Maybe deep conversation, maybe playful laughter, maybe just being seen. Quality over quantity always. Course 7. Purpose. Ask, how can I contribute something meaningful today? Maybe helping someone, maybe creating something beautiful, maybe just being kind. Your existence matters. Create a self-love feast journal. Each morning, check in with these 7 hungers. Each evening, celebrate how you nourished yourself. Watch how this transforms not just your days, but your entire relationship with yourself. Remember, this isn't selfish, this is essential. When you're well fed on love, you become someone who can nourish others without depleting yourself. Emma from Nashville practices the self-love feast daily. She wrote, I used to think self-care meant bubble baths and face masks. This taught me that real self-love is feeding my soul what it actually needs. I'm not the same person who was always hungry for external validation. I'm full now, and that fullness overflows to everyone around me. Your practice. Start each day by asking which of the 7 courses your soul is most hungry for. Then feed that hunger intentionally. Keep your feast journal and notice patterns. Maybe Mondays you need extra boundaries. Maybe Fridays you crave creativity. The self-love feast isn't just about healing your heartbreak. It's about ensuring you never starve again. You now know how to nourish yourself. You now know you deserve every bite. And now you possess all 6 secrets of the heart rest method. You can stop emotional bleeding with the 3-breath reset. You can transform pain into wisdom with pain to gold alchemy. You can protect your heart with the heart shield practice. You can navigate life with your soul compass. You can free your body with gentle release movement. And you can nourish your transformation with the self-love feast. Your 21-day journey to inner peace begins tomorrow morning. But first, as our sacred hour together draws to a close, I want you to place both hands on your heart and feel the profound shift that has happened within you. You arrived here carrying the weight of heartbreak, and while that pain may still be present, something fundamental has changed. You now carry within you 6 master keys to your own healing. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, you won't be the same person who started this journey today. You'll reach for the 3-breath reset before reaching for your phone. You'll transform your pain into gold through alchemy, instead of letting it poison you. You'll protect your heart with love's shield while keeping it open to healing. Your soul compass will guide every decision toward your highest good. Your body will remember how to move like someone who is free. And you'll feast on your own love instead of starving for someone else's. These aren't just practices, they're doorways to a life where your heart truly rests. Over the next 21 days, as you integrate these secrets into your daily rhythm, you'll join the 2.3 million hearts that have found their way from brokenness to wholeness using this exact method. But here's what I want you to know most of all. Your heartbreak was never your ending. It was your course correction. It brought you here, to this moment, to these teachings, to the person you're becoming. In the sacred tradition of Buddhism, we understand that our deepest wounds often become our greatest sources of wisdom and compassion. If these secrets have touched something deep within you, I need you to let me know in the comments below. Share which secret resonated most powerfully, or simply type "transformed" to let me know you were here. Your voice matters in this community of healing hearts. Subscribe to Where Hearts Rest if you'd like to continue this journey together. Ring that notification bell because I'll be sharing the complete 21-day implementation guide next week, plus individual deep dives into each secret for those ready to go even deeper. And if you know someone whose heart is calling for this kind of healing, maybe a sister going through divorce, a friend struggling with betrayal, a colleague carrying old wounds, I invite you to share this with them. Sometimes, we become the bridge that helps another soul find their way to peace. Your healing journey doesn't end here. It begins here. Every morning, these practices are waiting for you. Every moment your heart needs rest, you can return to this sanctuary. You now have everything you need to transform your deepest pain into your greatest wisdom. The 2.3 million people who came before you started exactly where you are right now, They felt broken, lost, hopeless. But they chose healing over hurting, growth over grieving, love over loneliness. And tomorrow, you begin that same courageous choice. Until we meet again, may your heart know rest. May your mornings be filled with gentle healing. May your pain become your power. And may you always remember that within you lies an unbreakable capacity for transformation. From my heart to yours, namaste. Your healing has just begun, and the world is waiting for the love you'll become.